Now this hunter gets slashed in the back by a demon, but he doesn't kill him because he needs to take him alive. He really came out of nowhere, so the rest of his crew is just shook. Why the hell is this monster talking? But it doesn't matter because either way, he's on straight timing. He points at them counting. 1, 2, 3. There's a total of 10 people. Pretty tough opponents, but I don't need all of y'all, as he pulls out this Stardust. Shit that boosts your mana and can take you up multiple ranks. He's just gonna take some of them out, and once they all see what he's holding, he just shook like, hold up, a monster can pop the roids too? And he says bingo, but I guess he just wanted to taste his whole hand too. They all try to rush him before he can get stronger, but he just throws his sword and it slashes through 2 of them. The monster just started racking up his kill streak. Like they're trying to put up a fight, but Buddy popped a Broly boost, and all they can do is scream as he just tears most of them apart. So now it's just covered in their blood and dragging away one of the strong ones he needed, saying firewood obtained. At that same moment, Suho gets a new quest, to rescue all 7 of the survivors. So he tells Biru like there's demons nearby and they've kidnapped humans. The more people he saves, the more rewards he gets, so they must be in a lot of danger. I think something happened to the strike team and he tells his teacher to get out of here now. He says he's just got a gut feeling, so he's trying to get his goblins to make him leave. But Suho, what about you? And he says, I'm going to find the strike team, which catches him off guard. Then he remembers that Suho is like that and says, alright, because if I stay with you, then I'm going to be in the way. As soon as I get out of here, I'm calling the Hunter Association for help. And Suho says thanks. And he calls on Gray, who barks. Bro, I'm really loving this transformation. Like, I fuck with this shit a lot. He takes off deeper into the dungeon. You gotta move quick because the attack force is cooked. It shows deeper inside where there are trails of blood. And the hunter that was just fighting passed out and hitting the ground. The demon brought him back and said firewood has been obtained. This other one says you came back quick. That soon the gate will be open so more demons can be summoned. They reward him for doing his job quick by just saying he can arrange the firewood. They basically just gave him more work as a reward. He says not fair. Now that they've replenished their firewood, they can finish making a new batch of Stardust. Again, the mana steroid that boosts your output. And it's created using secret demon techniques and an awakening stimulant derived from berserk poison. Now the berserk poison alone will boost your magical power, but it will eat away at your life force. They mitigated this by replacing the flames they got from burning demonic essence crystals soaked into the blood of the demons. They replaced those flames with the flames of mistborns from hell. And all this is thanks to an apostle that taught them how to do it. And even all the monsters that were made by corrupting the soul of a living being, causing them to lose their rationality, they too were brought into this world by an apostle. Well, thanks to that, low-ranking demons like us have a chance to become stronger. And bro says, I agree. One of them can sense somebody coming. Hold up, there's still some hunters left? But they all just look at the door and wait. And Suho kicks that bitch in. And Yo had to jump in and slash it because it would have rocked him. So Suho fuses with the Fang Monarch's successor and kicks in the door like, is this the place? He's shook when first looking at the monster. He's like, yo, are they demons? Look at them. He's just getting a front row seat to all the crazy shit they're doing to the people they kidnapped. They tied up the mistborn monsters and are just burning them. Like, is this some kind of ritual? Fortunately, he can see the people they just kidnapped are still safe. As he's just taking everything in, you see this blade coming for his neck. But I told y'all, bro, is Weave Nation certified. It says, are you the ones who killed the hunters I saw on my way here? He goes to rock him back, but he blocks it with his sword. Now this one of the demons they call the youngest. They're like, damn, he's holding him off even though he popped a Stardust. They both go to take one too and help out. Again, it's just like a pill you crunch and eat, and your body just starts overflowing with energy. So while he's still over here clashing with the youngest, one of the others says step aside and comes flying in with this big ass haymaker over the top. But come on, look at the backflip. Weave Nation certified. But yeah, there's still 3 of them and they're jumping the shit out of him. Like charged electricity in his hand and shocked the living shit out of Suho. And the youngest follows up to chop his head off. Suho really can't move, so he's like, rise my niggas, get his ass, and summons all the goblins to just get in the way. He immediately recognizes that ability like, hold up. But before he can process it, Suho grabs him and just flings him over his shoulder. He's like, boss, you seen that? Yeah, I did. That's the same power we saw the day the demons were exterminated. It looks exactly like the authority of the Shadow Monarch. However, this shit is utterly weak compared to him, and bro just slashes through the goblins. So now Suho's just standing there menacingly, and they're like, well, if he's not the Shadow Monarch, then there's no reason to be scared of him. Just thinking like, damn, they're all weaker than Brocky if I were to fight them individually. But it's hard to do this when they're jumping the shit out of me. And if I keep reviving the goblins, I'm just wasting energy. That's when he remembers what Biru said. He was asking him why he wouldn't turn Brocky into a soldier. This is literally a free, strong-ass teammate. It's just, I thought of something as I saw Brocky's last moments. his last fight was full of regrets because he was being controlled by Iterim, he might help me and run rampant as a warrior if I use my shadow authority on him. But if I'm gonna do that, then I want to get Gray's permission because they were close, and it shows that he was actually fine with it. So now Suho sticks his key into his shadow and says the magic word, arise. Now Braki, if you're regretting it, then I'll give you a chance to fight. If you have such desires, then respond to me. It cuts over to where his corpse is as Suho's shadow authority closes in on him. The extraction works on the first try. Now we got this tough new standoff with Braki in the front. And the first thing bro does is roar and won. Yeah, he looks pretty menacing. Then they're like, hold up, is that Braki? Are you the one that beat him? But all he cares about is that he's evened out the numbers. Now he can spring into action without getting jumped. But while they're fighting and getting active, it shows this red gate sending out aura and opening up, and somebody stepping out of it, this person being some girl whose ears look rather familiar. She's just watching as Suho clashes and fights. Like, who summoned me? Is there a demon that's trying to kill me? But nobody's even paying attention to her as they go at it. And Suho clashing a bunch with the youngest and counters one of his slashes by kneeing him in the stomach. Goes to kill him like, well, that's one down. Before he can follow through, he has to jump back because Yo shoots lightning at him again. I'm not gonna lie, purple lightning is actually the coolest. He's just getting annoyed like, damn, let me kill y'all. He tells the youngest to be careful. Now Suho is holding his own against these demons, and he even turned Braki into a shadow soldier to help him out. But with them working as a team, it's just hard as shit for him to take them out. He's trying to figure out a way to split them up and fight one-on-one when this familiar looking girl just jumps in the middle of the fight, saying, let me ask you this. And she looks over at Suho, saying, where is Mr. Sung Jin Woo? Oh, she's so cute. But of course he's just confused, like an injured knight just came out of nowhere and she's asking about my dad. Biru's like, hold up, what the hell are you doing here? She recognizes him immediately, like running over and giving him a hug. I'm happy to see you. Now, who is that male human that's with you? But Biru says it's a long story. Now, it turns out the demons are the ones that summoned her for backup, but they didn't expect her to be friends with their enemy. She's really just happy as shit that she's seen Biru, because now she knows Jin Woo made it back alive, saying he made it, now I can rest easy. But Biru's like, yo, we can have a reunion later. Go ahead and take out those demons for us. And she's like, what? But they waste no time going to attack her first. They want her blood for the Stardust. Now Suho asks, are you sure she can fight? Like, she looks injured. But Biru says low-ranking demons should be no match for her, and finally introduces her as Isul, and explains how Jinwoo met her, sparing her clan and appointing her family as the head of the demon realm. And in human terms, she should be on par with an S rank. But he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get to see an S rank fight. But then on the very first clash, her weapon gets sent flying and she just falls back screaming. So what were you saying about an S rank? And Biru asks like, yo, why the hell have you become so weak? He can just tell she has less mana in general than before. But she says something did happen. About a year ago, most of the demons in the demon world started a rebellion, and we fought as best we could, but our house wasn't able to quell the rebellion by ourselves. Now I was able to survive thanks to the rest of my family, but my blood was taken while I was running away and I lost my powers. So she asked to borrow some of his, but he's like, that's a waste of my mana. And she says he's so mean, but Suho's like, damn, now I got two people that lost their powers. Now the demons overheard everything she was saying and that she's the last survivor of her clan. So this is a chance for them to become stronger by consuming the blood of a demon noble. Again, this is annoying because if it was one-on-one, he could take any of them out easily. Biru says, I got an idea. Time has come for me to use the ability that I got back after recovering some mana. He uses a skill on Isul called Harsh Orders, boost all of her stats by 50% and make her go berserk. Go forth, useless female demon. She charges in a rage, and she like yells Gra as she runs toward them. He's like, Gra, that shit's kinda pitiful. If we can turn this into a one-on-one fight, that's all that matters. As Braki is still boxing this one over here, she charges the lightning dude that puts up a shield. As he blocks it, youngest goes to pull up and chop her. Suho flies in, putting him in a headlock. Firmly plants his foot for leverage and goes for the overhead throw, slinging him hard as shit towards the Mistborn machines. And can anybody tell me what I'm looking at right here? That looks like an eye, and then is he eating the Mistborns right now? I think he was eating them to try to get stronger, but then he gets slashed down the face. I think Suho just kills him with his own sword. New alert, you killed a low-ranking demon. Well, that's one down, but then like his gauntlet starts devouring the demon's soul. It boosts his damage output by 1%. She just collapses to the ground, so the lightning dude's confused. You don't really got time to be confused, buddy. Suho just rips his head off too. Again, his gauntlet devours the demon's soul as the boss knocks Braki into the wall. Now he's just standing there like, damn, you two got cooked and now I'm outnumbered. However, it's still not over yet. Instead of attacking him, he jumps the other way. He goes straight for Isul. Again, consuming her blood would make him much stronger. But come on, you think we're just gonna stand by and let you do whatever you want? Not a chance. He says, leave something for me to absorb. He's talking to Braki, who's got a clear shot at him. I think he munched his head off as Isul is coming too. And Biru, you're so mean, but more importantly, I can't believe there's another human that can do what Mr. Sung Jin Woo can do. Like, who is this using the Shadow Soldiers? But oh, you're not loyal enough, so you can't recognize him. Try your best to remember. You already know who the probable candidate might be. She's like, oh shit. She watches him defuse from the Fang Monarch. It really is him. He's the young monarch. And again, can we like cuff the demon girl? Like, I'm telling you, Isul needs somebody.